Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, Sunita Didi. Didi doesn't need much introduction as many of us have already seen a video of her journey and experiences back in July. But for the benefit of people who are virtually meeting Didi for the first time, I will just give a short introduction. High thinking, simple living, embedded with divine knowledge is Didi in one line. International management consultant, a senior Raj Yoga teacher, life member of Brahma Kumari Media Wing, winner of Best Concept Academy Award of highly populated documentary film Naritva Darshan. She is also an icon of inspiration and emulation for the masses through social media. She has not only written the best inspirational book for youngsters titled Key to Unlock Exam Stress, but is also national and international speaker at the NGOs. She is a winner of countless national and international recognitions and awards, which include the Lifetime Achievers, Yoga Ratna Award, Amazing Speaker Award, Spiritual Entrepreneur Award, Exceptional Women of Excellence Award, Ambassador of Peace Award, and many more. Today, on this special occasion of Teachers' Day, on behalf of all brothers and sisters, Sunita Didi, I wish you a very happy Teachers' Day. Talking about thank you, Didi. Talking about so while we talk about Teachers' Day, how can we not remember our very own dear Kusum Didi? So, as we all know, Kusum Didi is the director of Brahma Kumari Silicon Valley Center for 25 years now and is serving tirelessly. At a very early age, Didi surrendered her life for the benefit of the world. I take the liberty to speak on behalf of each one of us. Kusum Didi, you have been a mentor, guide, life coach, sister, friend, and an excellent teacher. Each one of us have taken sustenance from you, will agree on this. On behalf of all of us, please accept our warm wishes, Didi. A very happy Teachers' Day to you. It might interest all of you to know that we have been using this opportunity of lockdown to the fullest. Sunita Didi, you are here with us, and Kusum Didi is addressing, giving sessions in Delhi. Center events have grown multiple times with the online activities. Like today also, we have a special day. We have 16 hours of meditation and silence bhakti for the whole day. Without further ado, I will now request Kusum Didi to extend her greeting.
Thank you, Akshata Behan. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Greetings of peace and a very good morning to everyone. Today we have a silence day, having 16 hours intense meditation, and top of that, we are very fortunate. Sunita Ben is joining us from Mount Abu, India. I know her for more than 30 years. She is a dynamic, very enthusiastic, energetic, brilliant, multi-talented soul. Today, Sunita Behan is going to share her thoughts on how meditation is actually celebration. I have a humble request to everyone. After listening, please apply something in your daily life. Knowledge is not to be used only for reading, listening, and feeling nice. So, after listening, please implement. First experiment and then implement in your life. sit back and enjoy 60 minutes with Sunita Behan. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti, and a very golden morning to all of you. Ever happy Teachers' Day to all of you. Thank you so much, Kusum Didi, my teacher in this spiritual path since my childhood in Bombay, when I used to go to Gamdevi Center with my grandmother. At that time, she was there, our teacher there, and I had this fortune to have a sustenance. And now again, today on Teachers' Day, I'm so blessed with all her blessings, all her pure vibrations for me. Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you very much. Let us take this golden opportunity to thank the Godfather, who is the Supreme Teacher also. And it is because of his knowledge, his powers, his values, his all qualities that he has showered upon us, that he has blessed upon us, and because of which we are what we are today. So, hearty thanks to our Supreme Teacher, God, whom we with great love address him as Shiv Baba. So, the topic today is meditate to celebrate every moment of your life. Yes, we want to celebrate every time. And if there are no celebration, the life becomes a little boring. And during this corona, when everybody in the lockdown, our celebrations of going out for a party or a dinner party or a lunch party, all those type of celebrations, going for a movie, all these celebrations have been stopped. And so then we blame Corona. Oh, Corona, when are you going to go away? So that we can go out for a party, we can go out with our friends, relatives, enjoy, isn't it? And this is why we become disheartened. But actually, celebration is not outside. Celebration is inside. This is what Corona has taught us. That celebration is within us, inside us. And this inside us, this is the spirituality which is teaching us that we are spiritual being inside in this physical body. And therefore, when we want to celebrate, that is we, the spiritual being wants to celebrate, then our celebration is also to be focused inside and not outside. And when we say we want to focus inside, then that is taking a step backward. It's just like in a game of chess, what happens? In order to win the game of chess, we do not always have to move forward, but sometimes we need to take a step backward. So also Corona is saying, take a step backward, that is, go back to your basics and be yourself. Enjoy being yourself. It is not something very a sort of compulsion or something like that, but it is with a choice. Let us choose that. And when we choose it to go backward and be ourselves, be our true identity, then we really enjoy it. And this is how in meditation, the first step is to look in at our real identity, who I am. And this real identity of who I am is of that of being a very, very happy soul. The happiness is inside me. It is my identity. It is who I am, a very happy soul. This is the fact, this is the reality. Whatever we are seeing outside with these eyes, that is not the reality. The reality is inside, which we are inside. That is the reality. Whatever is outside is there today may not be there tomorrow. But the reality, which is always there with us 24/7 every time, is our reality that I am a very, very happy soul. And, in life, it's very important that we have a master, because any game, in order to learn, there are two ways. One way is that we learn from the text, from Google, from all the literature. We can learn. Being a teacher, because today being a teacher's day, I'm putting it into that context also, that a teacher, if teaches only from the textbook, then that teacher is a mediocre teacher, right? But a great teacher inspires, that not only from the text, but whatever we are studying and learning from the text, to apply it in the context of each aspect of our life. And therefore, when Kusum Didi said that we need to apply it, and apply it in a very enjoyable way, celebrate while applying it, enjoy it whilst applying it. So this is very, very important. And this to apply, we need to have someone in front of us who has already applied, so that, we can copy and pass out in our paper, in our exam paper. Because copy is very easy thing that we can do nowadays, isn't it? It's a very common, or it's a very natural thing for us to do, that we immediately copy what others are doing, how they are dressed up, how they are behaving, how they are talking, and we just want to copy them. When we like them, we just want to copy them. So that master, that perfect teacher, who is always and always and always full of knowledge, ocean of knowledge, who has all the powers, all the qualities in him, who has that stamina, who can invest upon our strengths, who has the power to transform our weaknesses into strengths. He, the ultimate authority, our own Father, none other but our own Father, Godfather, our teacher, supreme teacher, that ultimate master. When we look up and connect with him, that is the second step of meditation. And when we are under his canopy, we are very safe. We feel very secure, just like a child. When that small child, just has just a feeling that, yes, my parents are there next to me. He's so happy. He feels so secured. And he just starts playing, And the moment he sees there, oh, where are the parents? He starts crying. So when we look up and we see, yes, we are safe under God's canopy, who is our Father, our parents, then that is the happiest moment of our life. We feel so secured under his canopy. And this is the meditation. Look in, be your real identity, a happy soul. Look up, look at our Father, our Master, connect with him. And then we look out. And when we look out, we radiate those qualities that we have absorbed from our Father. We see in each and every soul his presence, or you can say the qualities, the presence of his qualities, the presence of his powers, that each and every soul is a child of our Father. Each and every soul is my brother and sister, we are belonging to one world family. And again, when we are in a family, that joy is also something, very unique, being in a family. Because when you are alone, you're scared. when you're alone, you feel, oh, you have no one to, care upon you. You have no one to help you. And you feel so helpless. But yes, when you have your family with you, and when you have your family members all around you, that's so nice to see them. And we feel so happy that yes, we are a part of such a big family, the world family. So look in, look up, and look out. And that also in a very enjoyable way, in a very loving way. Because our Father, Godfather, our Master, who is training us to win every aspect, in every step of this game of life, He can't see that we children, being His children, we do labor. We labor and we work hard. He cannot see that. He doesn't want His child to do so hard labor. He wants is every child to enjoy, to dance in happiness, to swing in the swings of His love, to swing in the swings of super sensuous joy, to swing in the swings of peace, of purity, of bliss, of knowledge, of all His powers. When a child is very much pampered, a child which is very beloved of the parents, a small child is very, very loving and very pampered. The parents, they don't want that the child should step that feet on the ground, in the mud, in the dust, and dirty the feet. They keep them in the lap. So also, our Godfather, He does not like when we children step into the mud. Which mud? This body, which is the mud, this body consciousness. When we step into this body consciousness, the mud, the dust of this world, He does not like it. Because He says, you are my pampered child, you are my very beloved child. And I don't want you to step your feet into this mud, into this dust, So, when we remember all this talk with our Father, whatever Father wants us, then we experience that super sensuous joy inside us. And we feel that yes, life is a celebration. And meditation is obviously a celebration. It's not a labor. It's not that hard work to just remember every time, oh, I'm not this body, I'm not this body. Godfather says, don't do that labor of, saying, I'm not this, I'm not that. No. Just simply sit in the swings of the love, in the swings of His super sensuous joy, and enjoy these moments of this confluence age with Him. Now, this is the celebration. This is the meditation. That every moment we enjoy with Him. Whether when we wake up in the morning, as soon as we wake up, we feel that, yes, Godfather, He is waking up. Oh, my child, wake up. His sweet words, His melodious words, they keep ringing in our ears. And they are like alarm clock, which tells us that now is the time to wake up. It's the time of nectar, Amrit Vela in the morning, early morning, 4 o'clock. Now is the time that we sit together and have a chit chat with each other. Because, during the day, there's so much of traffic. There are so many other children besides you children. There are those children, those devotees who are always invoking me, and I need to even go to them. But this time, 4 o'clock is very fine with you and me only. Only you and myself. We both together with Baba. And like this, when we talk with Baba and Baba is talking with us, we really enjoy this meditation and this Amrit Vela, and we forget all the tiredness and everything. That is, Baba is talking with us with so much of love, with so much of sweetness, saying, sweet child, wake up. I'm there for you. I'm here with you. I'm come only for you. And I want only you to become the deities. and to rule the entire world. And he has chosen us, he has selected us. And these elevated thoughts, this self-talk, elevated self-talk with Baba early in the morning, that's the start of the celebration of our life. We start celebrating our Amrit Vela with Baba and celebrating with all his blessings that he's showering upon us. It could be those personal blessings, which when we have met him in person, in Avyakt Bab Dada, when we were in Madhuban, those who have had that opportunity, we could, revise those blessings. And obviously, in his Avyakt form, in his Avyakt Murlis, in his godly versions, he's always blessing us with his blessings. And if we just take up one of his godly version and just read them during that time, in the morning, all the sleep will go away. All the mayas, because Baba says, Shiv Baba, as we address God as, so God Shiv Baba says that Maya also makes you swing, And because for 63 births, we have been swinging in the swings of Maya. So how can Maya leave us? Maya will not leave us so easily. So Maya also makes us swing when we wake up in the morning, that okay, you go and swing into the land of sleep. And sometimes we do like this, like that chicken syndrome. We go on doing like this. So then Baba says, no, that is not celebration. That is not celebration. Celebration is when we are wide awake with Baba and we are just taking loving and deep drishti with Baba. And when we are seeing that, that song that this heart says that Baba, I just want to see you and none other. Just keep seeing Baba, Baba, Baba and none other. And that with love, when we have this conversation with Baba early in the morning, we are filled with his energy. His enthusiasm is there in us. And then when we set off for the day, it is like setting off with an automatic machine. This automatic machine, of course, in America, everything is automated, isn't it? Everything is, you just put it, set it a time, and whatever programming you want, you set the program, set the time, and then be carefree about that, and you do your other work, and it is all done. So Amrit Vela is also like that, we set that automated machine. In the subconscious mind, it's all set. We make a plan that throughout the day, what we want to do, not only do, but how are we going to be while we are going to do that. So say, for example, when after doing our yoga, maybe we go for a bath, or maybe after that, we want to cook some breakfast, and maybe we want to prepare for going out. And now, and when you're working from home, we need to prepare for whatever the agenda there is there for the entire day. So today, when we are having that whole day retreat, we need to also prepare that, okay, what we are going to do in the retreat. So all that preparation, when we do it early morning with Baba, then, and when we set that button, okay, now this programming and all this timing from this time to this time and everything with Baba, then what happens? It's all set into the subconscious mind, and automatically when the time comes, Baba says, I'm your assistant, I'm your obedient servant. You just use me, tell me what you need and what you want every time, and I will do that for you. So, I have this very good experience with Baba. I always, when I was a child also, studying in school and all, Amrit Vela, I used to all keep my books in front of Baba, and I used to say, oh Baba, please just touch me what is required for the exam, and so that I only study that, as it is, you say that all the worldly knowledge is not required and everything you need to forget, and you need to only remember what Baba says. So then why to waste so much of time in all this? So what is going to come in exam? No, Baba, please only touch that to me, and I will only read that. And that time as a child, so innocently, I used to talk with Baba and enjoy with Baba, this all talks with Baba. And then really I used to only study whatever I used to get that inspiration from Baba and study that. And practically I used to see that that was the paper. And in 10th standard, Baba had given me a personal blessing also that you are a number one soul and you would come ranked first in both the studies, the spiritual study and also the Lokik and the Alokik study. And in the 10th standard, my number came up into the merit list. So I thanked Baba. And, after that, my confidence in talking with Baba increased a lot. And I always enjoy talking with Baba. Whatever happens, any situation, anything that comes forth, I always tell Baba, oh, Baba, now please help me what to do. Today also, today there are 4 programs from morning, first, and all different topics. So, and yesterday also there was a program. So before any program, I think I tell Baba, okay, Baba, what do you want to say today to everybody? Just touch me. What should I be saying? What you want me to actually convey? And then I used to just, as Baba used to give me the thoughts, I just opened few Avyak Murlis, something Baba's readings and all those things. Had a just quick look at them and whatever was required accordingly, that was only coming. Otherwise, we keep wasting time. Okay, shall we read this book, that book, how to churn, read this Murli, that Murli and everything. But what is required as per the time, as per the topic, it was all coming in front, and I sat in meditation, talking with Baba, enjoying with Baba. And it was like, Baba making me experience all these things. So this is how celebration in meditation is having that deep connection with Baba and having that deep relationship with Baba every time. Every relation, enjoy with him. While going for a walk, it's like Baba says, in every step that you take, you are actually creating a multi-million-fold fortune for yourself. And so whenever I go for a walk, I take Baba along with me and I say, oh, Baba, yes, now that I'm remembering you, see this, in this step, I'm creating such a great fortune. And like that. And sometimes what I do is I visualize Baba in front, like a destination for me. And I say, okay, Baba, I'm reaching you now. I'm coming to you now, and then I just walk fast towards Baba and I find, oh, how the time has gone and I don't feel even tired because the destination is there in front of me. Sometimes when, I have this experience of climbing from Abu Road to Mount Abu, sometimes, there are souls who feel very dizzy climbing up and everything. So I always visualize Baba is there, there, and he's saying, "Aao bache, aao bache, aao bache," and I'm going along with Baba. I'm going there, trying to reach Baba. So, when we are with Baba, and enjoying in every way, meditation is not something like, oh, sit seriously, okay, now connection and become very serious and everything. It's not that. Meditation is really enjoyment with Baba, experiencing with Baba, swinging with Baba, dancing with Baba. It is really a very celebration every moment. Say, for example, when now the servants are not there, maids are not there, and we need to do all the cleaning of the home and everything. At that time also, okay, Baba is there with us and we are cleaning the entire Baba's home, and it is not my home, it is Baba's home. And it's not only cleaning the home, then Baba gives us a very higher vision and a higher purpose. And that higher vision and higher purpose is that we are cleaning the entire universe. We are cleaning the negativity from the entire universe. Wow. And then we enjoy even these mundane things, that so-called mundane things, but they are really, really creating elevated fortune for us, elevated, they become very elevated tasks. They don't remain those mundane when we have this higher purpose and higher vision with Baba. And this is the celebration, and that keeps us energetic. And sometimes when, when we are too much involved, one after the other, there are tasks, one after the other, we are, because very multitasking, we all of are today in today's world. So one after the other, we have to keep on doing. One task doesn't get over and there's another task popping up, So during that time, sometimes if we forget Baba, then, we become so distressed and we feel that, okay, now we feel very tired and we feel, oh, this is not our capacity. This we can't do. So Baba says, I don't like to listen to this conversation of you children when you say, no, I can't do this, I can't do that. And because when do you say all this? When you are completely in consciousness that you are doing it. But at that moment, let us take a step backward and take a pause in order to press the play button with Baba. That yes, up till now, whatever I was playing, that was in the consciousness that I am doing it. But take a pause and now press the play button, reconnect with Baba, and then let's enjoy this Baba who is doing through us. We are only instruments. And see how Baba is doing through us. And that gives us so much of energy. And we really feel that we are not at all doing anything. We are just sitting on his lap and he is making us do everything. And automatically we feel that, yes, I have not done anything. But 4 programs in a day, sometimes, someone say, oh, so many you're doing, how are you going to do? I'm not doing it. It's Baba who is making me do it. And so I feel that I'm actually creating so much of fortune. I'm so lucky. And it is adding to my fortune. And that gives so much of energy. And that is the celebration. And that is celebrating every moment of our life, every task of our life, and whatever may come, whether it's corona, or whether it's any other disease, or whether it's any other situation. That situation has no power. The power is only inside here. It is with Baba and me. When Baba and we are together, and this world drama, the knowledge of this world drama, that whatever is happening is only a repeat. History repeats itself. We are just repeating it. We are just playing this game, with Baba, obviously. It's only with Baba that there is this celebration, because Baba makes us so light. When we are celebrating, when do we say that we are really celebrating? When we feel very light. We are dancing with joy, we are feeling very light. And in celebration, there's eating and drinking and all those things. And here also, inside this world, within ourselves, with Baba, here also then celebration, we are eating, we are drinking. What are we eating? What are we drinking? We are eating very, very elevated thoughts. We are absorbing it into our mind. We are drinking this nectar of that super sensuous joy. And we are dancing every step in Srimad with Baba. So every Srimad of Baba. So this eating, drinking, dancing inside this celebration is this meditation. And in this meditation, it's only when we do not step on this mud, that is the body consciousness, when we go beyond this, and when we are in our real identity, it is that time that we experience this celebration always. And this confluence age, there's always a confluence age after every age. After golden age and silver age, also there's a confluence age. After silver and the copper age, also there's a confluence age. After copper and iron, again in between there's a confluence age. But this confluence age, from iron to golden, it is only in this confluence age that this is the true celebration that we experience in our whole drama, 5,000 cycle years, 5,000 years of this world drama. This is the only time that we experience this celebration, which is a true celebration. And this celebration with Baba actually helps us to sow the seeds for the entire Kalpa. So if this conference age, every moment, every second, every breath, we are in our identity that I am a happy soul and enjoy every moment. Wow, wow, not ah, ah, but wow, wow, wow. Not how, but wow. So when we are doing all this wow, 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 every moment with Baba, then all the questions of how, what, why, they all are solved because we apply that dot, which is very simple, which has no geometrical dimensions. This simple dot, we, the children of Baba, because children know, what do the children know? You just give a pencil to a child, and what will that child do? You know, with that pencil, a very small infant, you just give a pencil in his hand, what is going to do? A dot with that pencil and feel so happy that, oh, he's made a dot. So also Baba says that you are my children, don't forget. You know, all, whether whatever age this physical body is, whatever age this physical body is, we are children. And so we just need to learn to apply a dot every time and enjoy applying that dot. Apply a full stop to everything that has gone away, everything that has passed by. Put a full stop, because that, if we carry it in the present, then that will be a burden and that will not allow us to fly high, to celebrate, to enjoy. You know, we will be just pulled down into this body consciousness, into this mud every time, and dirty ourselves with all the negativity that is around here in this world, in this iron aged Kalyugi, you know, iron aged world. So let us enjoy applying dot. And you know what? The celebration, in this celebration of applying dot, we are actually becoming richer and richer and richer. Real rich we become. How? You know, when there is one digit to one, and after that you apply 1 0, it becomes 10. You apply one more zero, it becomes 100. Apply one more zero, it will become 1000. So in order to become rich, you need to go on applying 0, 0, 0, 0, so that you become multi-millionaire, billionaire, and become very, very rich. So also, Baba makes us very rich. When one with Baba, we keep on applying dots. Full stop. Whatever happened, happened for good. Whatever is happening, happening for good. And whatever will happen for the best. So like this, we apply a dot with this world drama, which is telling us everything is beneficial. It's just a game we are replaying, right? And Baba is a dot. I, my soul, I am a dot. So like that, when we apply dot after dot, that I'm a loving soul, I'm a loving child of the ocean of love, the Baba, who is also a dot. And in this drama, everything is so loving, you know. And like that, each quality we take and we keep on applying that dot after dot after dot, then we are the richest in the world, and that is the greatest celebration that we can ever do. Because if anybody is poor, is only he is or she is poor who has only and only money with them and nothing else. They are the poorest. But the one who is the richest is the one who may not have money. If money is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. But if character is lost, everything is lost. So the one who is richest is the one who keeps applying the dot of good character, of being a genuine person inside, of being a loving being inside, applying a dot of all that hatred and all that thing which is negative, and being a positive, genuine person inside, being a very blissful soul inside, being a peaceful soul inside, you know. So that is our real wealth. And that wealth brings us the greatest celebration in our life. So in this way, let us celebrate every moment of our life till we go to sleep at night. Even when we are sleeping, it's a celebration with Baba that we are sleeping in his canopy. I remember, when I was in the center and there were many mosquitoes there in the center, especially when I was in Kolkata. In Kolkata, land full of mosquitoes. So it's like, when we were also giving course and all, we used to wear shawl even in summer days because to avoid mosquitoes to, bite us. So during that time when we used to sleep, we sleep under the mosquito net. So what I used to do is, I used to practice that Baba's rays are like the mosquito net. And I'm sleeping under Baba's canopy, under his rays. And all his rays are around me and no mosquito. Which mosquito? Maya, the negative thought. No mosquito, the Maya mosquito can enter inside me, and I am in sound sleep, and my dreams are also very positive, and I'm dreaming also only Baba, and my subconscious is also being trained with only Baba and positive. So the next morning, with just few hours of sleep also, actually body doesn't require more sleep. The mind, if it is in a very positive state, it doesn't require long hours of sleep. Minimum 4 to maximum 6 hours is also enough for the body to rejuvenate with that hours of sleep if it is a very sound sleep. And that sound sleep we get with Baba. And we say, Baba, okay, now Baba, you take care. I am sleeping on your lap. So sleep also celebration with Baba. And there Baba takes care, and we sound sleep with Baba and then wake up with that positivity which we have slept with Baba. We wake up the next morning. So like that, from morning till we go to sleep. The morning, the moment our eyes open, till night our eyes close throughout the day. Even during the day we have this traffic control, and we also have this one moment of silence every hour. That is the moment to celebrate. That 1 minute, just celebrate. Say, Wah, Baba, Wah. Sing the song of celebration with Baba. Sing the song of happiness with Baba. Sing the song of love for Baba. Do not ask anything from Baba in that one moment. That Baba do this, Baba do that, Baba give. No. Just enjoy and thank him. And enjoy with him. Thank him for whatever he has done for us. And that is the greatest gift that we can give to Baba. And this is what in one Murli Baba says, that you are celebrating my birthday, Shiv Jayanti and all, and this is also your birthday. And children are giving very, very nice gifts to me. But one gift that I want from children, and that is that whether you're in your thoughts, whether in your words, whether in your deeds, only one thing, and that is, I am happy with Baba. I am peaceful with Baba. I am loving being with Baba. No waste thought at all to be entered. And that is the greatest enjoyment and greatest celebration of our life. And that makes meditation also very easy. Talking with Baba, enjoying with Baba, having that taste of experience of all qualities and powers with Baba. So wish you all the best, and may you all enjoy this meditation. Meditate to celebrate every moment of your life. Thanks Baba, thanks to Kusum Didi, thanks to Akshata Ben, Chandni Ben, and all the entire team, Binu Bhai and everybody, and all of you, the sweet children of Baba, of the Silicon Valley, as well as all those who have joined this on YouTube. Thank you so much for all your blessings. Om Shanti. Shall we do 2 minutes of meditation now itself?
Sure, sister.
Yes?
Yes, sister.
Okay. So let us celebrate now itself, every moment. sit back and with a smile on your face, let us visualize our identity of being a very loving soul in the center of our forehead, a star of love, swinging in the swings of supersensuous joy. Completely detached from this mud, the body consciousness. Flying high, up above, towards the sky, with wings of enthusiasm, that we are going to meet our Master, our Father, our beloved, our friend, who is only mine, and for me also, it's only Him. And see Him with our eye of the intellect, visualize Him, the flawless diamond, ever shining and radiating His loveful energy, calling us, come, come, my child, sit on my lap. See yourself very safe on His lap. Very safe under His canopy. He's saying, I'm there, no? I'm here seated for you. You do not worry. And we tell Him, thank you so much, Baba. We love you from the bottom of our heart. It is in His remembrance that we drink this nectar of supersensuous joy. We fill ourselves with all His powers, all His qualities, and become so light and dancing along with Him. When we find ourselves in the center of our forehead and look out from the windows of our eyes, we see this world, His creation, turning into golden age. Every soul in their original identity. All very loving, all very peaceful, all very empowered. We find ourselves to be so fortunate. The richest in the world. In its true meaning. And so we celebrate every moment of our life. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Before we jump on to questions, I want to thank you for an amazing and insightful webinar. You explained very beautifully how we can celebrate each and every moment of our life while being with the Supreme Power or Baba. I'm sure we all will have tremendous benefits and takeaways from this session. And we are receiving a lot of powerful, positive responses in the chat as well. So moving towards questions, sister, we have two questions which are focused mainly on how to increase focus while meditating. So please share tips on how to gain more focus or visualization of the Supreme God while being in our meditative state. And they say that they have been meditating regularly since lockdown, but not able to see or feel the energy. So the questions, related questions are by Bela Ketan and Vijay Verma on Zoom.
Vijay, brother Vijayji and Belavin, Okay, and your question is that we are not able to visualize and focus. Is that the thing?
Yes, how to increase the focus and how to
How
visualize.
to increase the focus. Yes. So the easiest thing to increase the focus, or the visualization is to practice. It's only practice that will help us to do that. Again and again, we need to practice. Every moment of time, we need to practice. It's very important. That's why Baba says, that you need to maintain a chart of 8 hours of meditation. So what we can do is, in order to increase the focus and all, let us start with maintaining a chart that, okay, this hour I will, have different experiences every hour. That when I wake up in the morning, I'll have this relationship with Baba. I will experience this quality, this power. Make a chart for the whole day. And then start working upon that chart. And at night, before going to sleep, just see that how much were you focused. And maybe throughout the day, you were just focused for, say, half an hour or 1 hour, whatever, right? But then appreciate that for the amount that you are focused. Don't feel depressed that only 1 hour, only half an hour, only 15 minutes I could do. No. Because if you start talking like that with yourself, then your subconscious mind is being trained into negative thinking, and it doesn't understand that language much. It understands a very present tense language. So you say, oh wow, I am able to focus so much. I have done this with you. Thank you, Baba. And then make a target again. Okay, tomorrow I will do even better. So like that, keep on having a positive self-talk with yourself, with whatever you're doing, the efforts that you're doing. And enjoy that effort with Baba. Don't consider it to be an effort. Don't consider that I need to do this. But simply, as Baba says, simply sit into the swing, into the lap of Baba and just experience it. Just be that. And automatically that experience will allow you to experience more. Because unless we don't experience, then we are not focused, because we need to experience it. So be focused to experience. And do not, sometimes you make a determined decision that, okay, today I really want to experience this with Baba, and unless I don't experience, I'm not going to sleep. Make it a challenge. And then when you do that and you really get the experience, and then that starts off. It's like a takeoff then. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Sunita, for such a detailed answer. There is a follow-up question on the same. Could you please share some tips on how to visualize Supreme during interaction with him? I guess we are getting many similar questions. So if you can explain
on visualization. It's
Yeah.
like now when I'm asking you, say for example, that how is your home like? Or maybe you're not going to the office today. So I ask you, okay, how is your office like? Now the office is not there in front of you, isn't it? But you're able to visualize the office that, okay, here is the table, here is the chair, here is the sitting room, or here is the computer, and all those things, what are there in the office, you're able to visualize. Now, you're not seeing with these eyes, but we are seeing with the eye of the intellect. Similarly, have you seen stars at night in the sky? Yes, we have. Even when we were small, we were saying, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are up above in the world. So, in the sky so high, like a diamond in the sky, like that. So that twinkle star, while I was singing this song, you were visualizing that twinkle little star, weren't you? So that star, which we are seeing with the eyes, we just need to see that star here in the center of the forehead and focus upon it and add the feeling to it that I am a peaceful star, I'm a star of peace. So add feelings to whatever you are visualizing, and that visualization will enhance. That power of visualization will grow. So create a thought, visualize it, picturize it, and add a feeling to it. And that will help you to enhance your visualization. Okay, thank you so much.
So thank you, sisters. The next question is by Akila Karthik on Zoom. Except the power of concentration, what other benefits I will get specific to Raj Yoga meditation?
When we are celebrating every moment with our Father, the Supreme Father, when we look in, look up, and connect with Him, and enjoy every moment with every relationship with Him, then the immediate benefit that we get is the happiness. That happiness which we are searching outside, in people, in things, in comforts that are outside, we are searching that happiness, but we are not getting it. That is that happiness that we get inside. That's the immediate benefit that we get in meditation. And when we are happy, it works like an antidote, which helps us to relieve us from all the pain, all the hurt that we have been going up till now in our life. And that increases the immunity of our soul, and we become stronger to face the situations, because situations will come. It's not that situations will go away. Situations will come, but our perception of seeing those situations will become so positive that we will only see what is positive, what are the opportunities in that situation. We will get that benefit of seeing that opportunities in the situation. Work upon those opportunities. We will get the benefit of having a very clear intellect and taking quick and very right decisions on those situations, focusing on solution to the problems that are outside. Our catching power, our intuition power will increase, and there will be very clarity in front of us as to what we are required to do now. And we will do it with utmost joy and with double the force, double the energy. It's just like when you actually are shooting an arrow on a target, you pull back and then you shoot on the target, and it goes with double the force and it reaches the target. So also when we pull back, when we be ourselves, connect with God, the Supreme Father, and then when we look out into the outer world, we come up with double the force, double the energy, and the task which was seeming very difficult, very impossible, it becomes so easy, and you say, oh, how it has happened, So these are all many, many benefits. Start experiencing and you will be in the ocean of benefits. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. Very beautifully explained. So the next question is, could you please provide us with some tips on how to keep Baba with us in all relationships?
Just surrender everything to Baba. That I am Baba and Baba is mine. That unlimited attitude of renunciation, that I have no desire at all anywhere in this world, nothing, but just only one, that I am Baba and Baba is mine. And then you see how Baba works with you. Automatically, it will be then his task to take you ahead in this journey. One step of courage, that I am Baba and Baba is of mine and I don't want anything else. Just one step of this courage that we take. And then you see how Baba lifts you up, and you're flying with Baba every moment. Thank you.
So moving on to the next question. How can I stay positive all the time, even during bad times in life? This is a question by Asha Patel on Zoom.
Sorry, what was the question?
Yeah, a question by Asha Patel on Zoom. How can I stay positive all the time, even when there are bad times in my life?
Yes. Bad times, Asha ji, they are all outside. Inside are all the good times, right? So whatever is bad is just outside and they don't have any energy. Energy, wherever the attention goes, energy flows. This is the formula, this is the law of the universe. So if my attention is going on the bad time, and obviously then I'm feeding those bad times and they are getting energetic, they are getting powerful and they are ruling over me. So let me focus my attention inside on all the good memories with Baba, all these good moments with Baba, and then the energy will flow from inside out and it will change the out, but the outer will not affect us inside. So remember to be focused only on the good moments which are inside here in our inner world with Baba. Always, whenever there are bad times, you say, wow, Baba, wow, Baba, this is such a good opportunity for me to remember you. This bad time has come to allow my inner potential of being loving, of being peaceful, of being who I am inside. So thanks to those bad times. Okay? All the best. Om Shanti.
So, sister, the next question is, as we know, we are peaceful soul, but there is always an impact in our life of others' negativity. How to handle such situation?
The reason is that we are seeing their negativity. Just as I say, I am a peaceful soul, let me see others also as a peaceful soul. In their original sanskar, that they are also peaceful beings, peaceful children of Godfather, Shiv Baba. See their original sanskar. See the 90% of the iceberg which is there inside the water. Don't see the 10% of the present sanskars that those souls are going. And when we see that they are also peaceful and loving soul, we create those blessings for them, that yes, they are so pure, they are so nice, they are all my Baba's children, my family members, then automatically we are radiating that power to them to overcome their negativity. We are helping them to overcome their negativity. And then they will feel rejuvenated, and they will feel that power from you. And then they will, in return, will have positive vibrations for you too. So continue, but we are not doing with expectation that they in return give us positive, but we are doing it because we know that the reality is that they are peaceful and they are pure. Whatever is in the present sanskar that we are seeing the negative, that is not the reality. That is only the false appearance of this Kali world. The reality, the originality is that they are very peaceful, they are very pure. And when we see that, then we will not be affected by the negativity, but we will empower them with their positivity, with our positivity. Thank you. Om Shanti.
So we have one last question from an anonymous attendee on Zoom. They are asking how to know that now it's the time to take our Purusharth to the next level, and how can we do that?
So now is the time to take the Purusharth to the next level. Yes, a good question. What is the next level? So where are we now? So first of all, let us realize that it is only now which is the real moment, which is the reality, right? So whatever we are doing, the efforts that we are doing, it is in the now. And we are sowing these seeds for the future. So now is the next level also. Now is the best level also. So let us be only focused on the now. Automatically, Baba takes us higher and higher and higher. Because if we have this consciousness, oh, I want to reach this level, I want to reach that level, every time, then that tension will not allow us to live in the present moment now. So don't have the tension of Purusharth also, of going to the next level. Just enjoy this now moment with Baba. Automatically, you will be drifted into the next level of the experience with Baba. Baba will make you do that. Thank you, Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. That was amazing. And thank you for actually answering all the questions in such great detail. We highly appreciate it, and I really hope the answers will be beneficial to each one of us. It was really a pleasure to listen to you, and also
Thank you so much for this opportunity. And it's all Baba who is working with all of us. So thanks, Baba. Thanks, Kusum Didi. Thanks, each one of you. And in India, tomorrow, we are doing one more session, is now or never. And that is in Hindi at India time from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on this YouTube. If you all can get that opportunity to join, it would be a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Sure, sister. So I would like to request everyone to stay with us for a few more minutes as I give control to Sister Rakshita to talk a little bit about our center and events lined up in coming few weeks.
Om Shanti, everyone. Thank you, Sunita Didi. It was a great session. So, as we know, there are a lot of activities going on at the center. We have our Raj Yoga meditation course coming up. There is a daily course which is starting September 7th. So, September 7th to September 14th, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily. And also, there's another weekly course which is starting September 12th. So we have September 12th in English, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. In Hindi and Gujarati, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So we have 3 different courses starting on a weekly basis and 1 course starting on a daily basis. We also have daily live guided meditation from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. There is no prior experience needed. There is no registration needed. So everyone can take benefit of that. We have weekly webinars every Saturday on various different, very innovative topics. So the upcoming webinar on September 12th is Think Wise, Choose Right, Embrace Success. Similarly, on September 19th is Be Light and Be a Light. September 26th, The Art of Happy Living. And we have the registration links posted in the chat. Every week, we have living value classes for kids and art of parenting classes for the parents. So kids classes 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and art of parenting is 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you so much. That was all for the announcements. Thank you, Sister Sunita.
Thank you so much.